shimmy, Cocoa Puff, shimmy, shimmy, rock.
Welcome to...
So I've already put a couple coats on these guys, and you can see the color variance already between the old castings and the new casting, which I just dripped a bunch of acid on. Don't do like I do. I don't know if you need all the PPE I'm donning if you're doing a floor, because you know it's down at your feet. I imagine you have to protect your ankles and such, but I'm doing it mainly because of the wind and the fact that it's right here at eye level. At least mixing, I would definitely wear all this stuff, but if you get a little bit on you, it just seems to want to stain you more than anything else. You do get a tingly feeling. You're like, something's working. I have a tingly feeling. There you go. This is after about 3 or 4 good coats. I mean, you can really tell the difference. That one being the, the oddball, of course. It is starting to blend together more, and I think as I keep coating and 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 keep coating, that it kind of build up as a patina like my little sample test did. But I'm going to keep trudging forward. The only other option is to recast all 3, because I really ultimately don't know what the middle one's made out of. So if it boils down to that, I'm going to have to recast all 3, which I'll be honest with you, my heart just ain't in it. Okay, so I sprayed acid on these things all day yesterday. A lot of coats, okay? You can tell a big difference between this one, and this one, right? So now, obviously, this one's darker. I'm just going to keep reapplying acid to these guys right here in hopes that it gets kind of remotely close. That oil stain, I think, will help out a lot. But, it's not exactly the outcome anyone would want, right? But I think if we just keep reapplying, and eventually it'll act like a paint almost, and then when it scratches, you'll still get that orange hue underneath instead of a gray. That's kind of what I'm looking for, is the durability and the wherewithal of this product. So hang in there, we'll see what we come up with. Okay. Well, this is 1/3 of a gallon of acid I've applied to this stuff. I kid you not, I probably put 20 coats on it, and this is what I come up with. It is the same hue, and in my situation, if you kind of look at what I'm matching it against, and this is, it's all different colors. So in some aspects, it's applicable. If I was going to do this myself for, say, a mansion or some, isolated fire pit by itself, I would start all over. I would seriously just recast all 3, because you can see the differences. It's not going to go away. Now we are going to apply the oil-based stain, and then I'm going to put some wax on it, and I may even apply multiple layers of stain or thin stain, and we're just going to massage this thing into reality. Well, there you go. That's with the buffer on it. And maybe you can see, maybe you can't. The color isn't all that dissimilar. All 3 of them are slightly different. That one's lighter, of course, more porous, denser, darker, and the medium, right? That one's just right. So what I found is that if you apply it, if you're dealing with different concretes and you apply it to saturation, it kind of helps, make them similar, if that makes sense. I know this angle looks horrid, but they're really just not that much different of a color. Grass or shrubbery. Oh my, look at this. So if you have shrubs around when you're doing this, or any kind of grass you want to keep alive, I mean, granted, this is 20 coats, but I mean, it will straight up kill some grass, baby. Just finished up washing all the acid and balance and patina and all the residue off of them thoroughly, and you're all gonna like this. I know I do. Isn't that awesome? Look how similar they turned out. Now on with the stain. I have decided I'm gonna probably dilute it a little bit, just so I can, again, sneak up on it. you know, how we did this one, because I would do 1 coat on this and then 2 on that, 2 on that one. 1, 2, 2. And that's, I think, helped get them to this state. So I'm gonna carry on that same mode with the stain. Here we go, folks. So the Cabot people think that this is for wood only. Well, I think that's just crazy talk, okay? I'm gonna put a little bit on this end here. Wood only. The stain stains anything, you know? I can't be held accountable for their lack of creativity. You know, I'm gonna have to go rebel without a clue on this one. I mean, honestly, folks, we saw it. Proof's in the pudding. It already worked. It held up against heat. They should be like, we do concrete. We do, you know, high temperature. We do, you can even put furniture wax over top of it. It works great. That's what they should be like. I can't not believe that they're not on board with this, you know. So, with having said that, I diluted this just a little with mineral spirits. Just a smidge. A light little coat, if you will. And I imagine it's kind of artsy how you put it on. You don't want to put it on all at once because it's going to shine through differently. Just about like everything else. So I'm going to put it on kind of hodgepodge crazy, like, you know, like a maniacal crazy man might do. This is all nuts, man. This is crazy. Who puts wood stain on concrete? What an idiot, right? Ha! I know that's what you people are thinking. You're like, this dude's nuts. What a moron. He spent this much time and effort and he's just slapping stain on there all free willy-nilly. Well, sometimes you just gotta just dive in, just all in, right? And this is one of those times. So there's 1 coat. And I can see, so I missed a couple little spots here. And it is kind of artsy looking. It's dark. It almost matches them columns, remember? That's what I'm kind of after. I did scrape it a little bit right there just to see what it would do. And I think that, see, you just kind of touch it up and it doesn't really matter. I mean, just kind of roll with it, folks.
People, but my gosh, it's been hot here. It ain't been like Houston, Texas hot because we're up here on a mountain and I'm probably like complaining when I have absolutely no right. But man, has it been hot. Humid. Ugh. You all can have that nonsense. I'm ready to move to Alaska.
So some of you more astute viewers may have noticed these little guys. That is to accept a drip tray. So this fire pit, I built a like grill / pot holder, and it moves up and down and it swivels, and you're all going to get to see that here in just a little bit because that's going to be part of the installation video. And I am going to have a short little video just about it, different measurements, things I came up with, how high off the fire, how you get to raise and lower it, things I ran into, things I maybe had to adjust it, just for anybody who is wanting to make one in the future. So if you all like that, stick around, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. We're going to have tons of little videos like that, and not necessarily all this big stuff all the time, just little things, little tidbits, stuff that we've learned through the years that we've enjoyed doing. Anything to help you all out. So I'm going to let this dry, give it another coat. Just keep coating. Just keep coating, just keep coating. That's it. I'm calling it. I'm done. That's all the damage I could do. It's shiny. It's mottled. Kind of matches. I mean, what do you want, people? Next is install. Yeah!